Hello and welcome to another chart lesson from Oliver Velez, sponsored by iFundTraders.com. My name is Oliver Velez, and today we are going to revisit gold. For those of you who have been following me on Facebook for some time now, it'll be no surprise that I continue to have a love affair with the metals, gold and silver in particular. DGP is one of the vehicles I use to play gold. I also use a variety of other vehicles, such as futures on the commodity itself, which represents the bulk of my play in the metals. However, DGP is a very interesting vehicle to play on gold and was very instrumental in us capturing a 50% move in the latter part of last year, 2009, when gold rocketed to new highs. We sold out of that position in the $31 area and began to reaccumulate in the latter part of January, early part of February of this year. The circles that you see on the chart represent Velez buy points. As many of you know, I believe in an incremental accumulation approach. I do not buy in any one single area. I believe that very much like institutions, that your odds, very much like institutions accumulate their positions, individuals should accumulate their positions. I teach my traders to ease into their plays over a period of time and over a variety of different price levels. We look for specific events that give us key indications that this is a time to buy, and the circles represent those key buy points. The first buy obviously coming in the very latter part of January, the second one on the bottoming tail in early February. Another bull elephant bar emerges close to the same buy point as the original buy in the latter part of January, and of course in the latter part of February on this bull elephant bar, and the last buy occurring in the latter part of March on the bull elephant bar in the $26.50 to $27 area. Now, as we can see, the accumulated price zone happens to be in the area of 25 or so. 25 to 26 represents the vast majority. I'd say 25.5 to 26.5 is your average range in this area. So the accumulation, most recent accumulation occurred in this price area here. This move has moved all of our individual buys into profitable territory. Okay? Now, this move is very different from the prior moves that have occurred in DGP. It's steadier. It's at a 45-degree angle, which, as many of my traders know, is a very, very powerful move when your move occurs at a 45-degree angle. Okay? It's very, very steady. There are no bars within the move that are exasperated or get too overly excited, which is another element of a very powerful uptrend, that the bars are normal, they're controlled, they're not jerky, they're not super large and try to get ahead of themselves. This is a very, very powerful move. Now, what I would like to see now that this move has revisited a prior area from which DGP had some trouble, I'd like to see a pullback, but I'd like that pullback to halt around the 50% level or so. If that were to happen, for instance, if DGP were to pull back into the $27 to $27.50 area and actually halt, stabilize, and begin another attempt to move to the upside, that would be a very, very bullish occurrence. Now, is it possible that we blast through this area of resistance formed by the top in the early part of the year? Well, of course it's possible. I would prefer the pullback to happen first and then the blast off. I continue to be a bull on gold. I continue to be a bull on DGP, and I continue to believe that this is something worth accumulating. So This obviously was a winner for us this week, but it's just the beginning. Stay tuned.